Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Imroatur Rohmah from the 7th semester of Mathematics Education, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. Here I will present the result of the analysis of a journal entitled The Effect of Online Mathematics Learning in the COVID-19 Pandemic Period. There is a case study of senior high school students at Madiun City, Indonesia. The first thing is abstract. This study aims to determine the differences in students' mathematics learning outcomes before and after online learning and their positive responses to this method use. Data were quantitatively and non-randomly collected from senior high school students in Madiun City, Indonesia. In May 2020, by using the documentation and questionnaires method, there are two sources of data, namely mathematics learning outcome and students' responses using an online questionnaire. Data were used to determine the effect of learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, the questionnaire was used to determine their responses. The result showed that the average of mathematics learning outcomes before online learning is greater than the average after online learning, and students' average positive responses towards mathematics before online learning is greater than the average after online learning. Mathematics is one of the subjects learned in high schools and universities. It is one of the basic educational components that requires students to be skilled and understand for the various methods used to structure life. For instance, at the end of 2019, the world was shocked by the inception of coronavirus in Wuhan, one of the cities in China, which subsequently spread to several countries worldwide. Therefore, on 30 January 2020, the World Health Organization declared its outbreak as a public health emergency. In a letter written by World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom to President Jokowi on 10 March 2020, the organization advised Indonesia to undertake several steps to prevent the spread of the virus, declaring of national coronavirus emergency. The letter was also forwarded to the Minister of Health and Foreign Affairs, Sari 2020. Currently, COVID-19 has infected more than 4.7 million people with 1.8 million recoveries and more than 300,000 deaths, based on updates across the world on 17 May 2020. Regarding learning from home, the Minister of Education and Culture emphasizes that online or distance learning is carried out to provide meaningful learning experience for students without being burdened with the demands of completing all curriculum achievement for grade promotion and graduation. The Minister of Education and Culture also recommends regions that have learned from home to ensure that the teacher also teach from home to maintain teacher safety. Online learning is education that takes place over the internet. Online learning is just one type of distance learning for any learning that takes place across distance and not in traditional classroom. One of the main reasons for this is it gives students greater access to educational in comparison to traditional methods of teaching. A student can undertake their study from anywhere and at any time, as well as being given the option to study part-time or full-time. Through online learning, interactive activities such as teacher-student interaction, student-student interaction, student content interaction, and student technology interaction are considered. Students participate in the blended learning course in which formative assessment was used to evaluate student learning outcomes by the combination of different learning activities through a learning management system. Based on the description above, the following problem formulation is obtained. The first thing is, are there differences in student mathematics learning outcome before and after online learning? And the second is, are there differences in student positive responses to mathematics before and after online learning? Second is research method. The quantitative research method was used to determine the effect of the online learning outcome of mathematics in senior high school students at Madiun. Furthermore, this is a quantitative research due to its ability to use sample to solve problems related to online learning. This research, the one group pre-test until post-test designed to compare the coordination before and after online learning. The third is conclusion. The following conclusions were made based on the research is the average of student mathematics learning outcomes before online learning is greater than after online learning. The average student positive response toward mathematics before online learning is greater than after online learning. And the fourth is continue conclusion. The following are results obtained from filling out the questionnaires and many as 75 students, namely of tactless phase by students when participating online learning, namely non-smooth signal, limited quota, the teacher directly give question without any material explaining how to solve problems so that the student do not understand the material and feel disturbed by noise in the home environment. And the second is the effort have been made by students in overcoming this obstacle, namely look for a smooth internet or Wi-Fi network to the neighbors or the other place outside home. Search for material on the internet and access YouTube, asking friends and doing it together, and then studying in the room to avoid noise. The second is media used in online mathematics learning, namely WhatsApp, Google Classroom, Zoom, e-learning school, and email. And the last is suggestion from students for online mathematics learning. That is, teachers should make video or explaining material through videos so that students can be better understand to complete steps and formulas that can be used. So that is my presentation. I hope it is useful and thank you.